All right, we're joined by TCU head coach Mark Campbell, student athletes Olivia Miles and Marta Suarez. Coach, if you could start us with a couple of comments about the game, please.
All right, well, man, that was just a fun environment, and I want to congratulate BYU. They've had a great run during the tournament, and that's what makes these conference tournaments so fun, is anybody has the ability to earn their way into March Madness. I thought we got off to a fantastic start in the first quarter that just gave us the separation we needed. I thought we were elite defensively. It's really hard to slow down Delaney Gibb and Olivia Hamlin, and I thought our team did a tremendous job on those two guards. And then Silva and Basham were just great rim protectors. They ended up with 8 blocks tonight. So just overall an incredible defensive effort. And then it's the first game for our group, and you got to kind of work out the kinks and the nerves and the excitement of playing in a new arena and playing on the glass court, and it's just win or go home environment. So you kind of just got to get that first one under your belt. And so really proud of this group. That was a really, really good win, and we're excited to, stick around and get to play again tomorrow.
All right, front row right.
Stephen Johnson, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. Question for Mark. We talked to Taylor earlier in the week. She said she had her confidence back. She didn't score a point in the Big 12 tournament last year. How much did it mean to you and the team for her to have that breakout moment in the first quarter?
Oh, Tay got us off to a fantastic start. Shot the ball really well in that first quarter. I thought we did a great job driving and kicking and creating. But Tay works on her craft. Our team believes in her. She's been for 2 years. Shows up at 7 a.m. and gets her reps in. And so she's been doing this all year for her. But to do it in March, to do it on this stage, that's important to have that breakthrough. And so today, that was a big one. And that's what we do. We try to spread you out and shoot that thing. And today was her night shooting it. I think that's one of the things that makes us so hard to guard is you just have people all around the court that can make shots. And our team does a good job finding them.
Olivia, they held you scoreless in that first half, but you were able to find your teammates, dish out different things. What was kind of your mindset to be able to kind of help your team in that opening half?
They made my life easy. When Taylor's coming out and she's drilling threes and they're double teaming me off the pick and roll, there's no point in me trying to force it. So I'm more than happy to pass the ball to my teammates. It's one of the joys that I find from the game, and I felt like I could have had a lot more assists today, but we knocked down the ones that mattered, and like I said, I find so much joy in just distributing. Like, that's my first instinct as a player. So.
Question for Marta. They were throwing a lot of double teams at you as well, too, in the first half, but you kind of came alive in the second. What was the difference in your mind, like the second half, especially in that fourth quarter?
I think it was just kind of like the team. We went into halftime with a run on their side, and we knew we've seen all the upsets that are happening. We know it's March. We know it's win or go home. Like this, the scores of the season don't really matter. So we just kind of had to talk at the halftime, like, hey guys, let's lock in, let's do what we know how to do, and finish this strong. So that's kind of where my head was at.
Mark, with that first quarter, how important is that to be able to just jump out that early, especially with this being your first game of the tournament, knowing what Marta said, that anything can happen, upsets happen?
For sure. Just put so much pressure on teams when we play like that and attack, and it kind of overwhelms you. And we've kind of had, last 6-7 games, one of those quarters where we, jeez, that's awesome. It's crazy how that happens without thinking about it all the time. Okay, that was unplanned. But it's our group has that ability. I call it an avalanche to really get cooking. And so our growth is to make sure we stay in attack mode and we continue to put pressure on teams that way. But today that was huge. Again, it calms the nerves when you shoot the ball like that and you see the ball go through the net. And so, and again, I think that gave us the breathing room that we needed kind of over the course of the game. But I would love if we can do that for 2 or 3 quarters.
Steven.
It's coming. It's coming.
Question for Olivia and Marta. I guess just what makes Dono and Taylor, what makes them so special as defenders, and how much of a luxury is it to have both of those guys available on your roster?
I mean, like,
She does all that we know.
like, first of all, congrats to her on all defensive team. I'm glad she got the recognition she deserves. I feel like Tay could have been on there too. Those two literally alternate, and Basham, yeah. Those two alternate on the best player every game. And Donovan does just super, super important work for our team in terms of stopping the ball, and she makes our lives easier because then all we have to do is match up with the wings. And all season they've been just consistent, and then to even knock down shots on the other end as well, just even adds more value to their game. So just very important pieces to our team. So glad they're on my team and not anyone else's. But no, they help us so much. They make our lives so much easier. Takes a lot of pressure off of Marta and I, so we can go kind of score the ball a bit more. And they kind of just take care of the best players every night. So.
Yeah, Dono is she's a silent soldier. She shows up every day. She's a leader. She's a veteran. She's still a junior, which is very impressive. She makes great decisions on both sides of the floor. She has great talk on the huddles. She's a huge part of our team.
And Tay.
Got one.
Inte.
We good? Oh, all right, Steven.
Steven's cooking.
I got a project to work on. Two more questions for y'all. Since they were only they were one of the few players back from last year's team. I guess what were some of those early conversations with Tay and Dono about the expectations, about Mark, about the culture here at TCU?
That's a good question. What was it? I think, to be honest, I think even from Mark and from the coaches, we were very clear that this was a new season. With 10 new players, we're building from zero. We're getting to know each other. Even the players from last year, they're stepping into new roles and gaining more confidence and more minutes, etc. So, it was just a matter. The conversations weren't about what to carry, but more or less like expectations of how to show up and how they did what they did. I think the pressure, I don't know if pressure is the right word, but they did it last year. And they did it with a different team, and they did it under the same coaching staff. So just knowing that we can do it too, that's what we carried. But other than that, we knew it was a new team. It's a new season. That's how it works nowadays, 10 new players, and we're right here right now.
I'll add to that a little bit. Tay and Dono's leadership is through their actions and their consistency, and they just show up every day. And I think that's their leadership style. And leadership can come in so many different ways. But Dono and Tay are kind of the quiet leaders that show up with their consistency, and they've done that every day they've been here, and they did that when a whole new group of players came. So that I think that's how they have truly impacted our group.
You got what you need. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
guys.
See you guys tomorrow. Go Frogs!
I'm going to give you the microphone and you just go. Do you want to ask questions? Do either of you want to ask questions? Okay. Okay. Oh, there you go. right, joined now by BYU head coach Lee Camard and Brinley Cannon, Delaney Gibb. Coach, comments on the game, please.
Tremendous team we came up against. Started a little bit slow, and ultimately that kind of was the difference at the end. But really proud of the group and their fight, the competitive spirit that they showed today and over the last 3 days. As we kind of tried to just kind of beef up our postseason resume in this tournament. TCU is a great team. They have very few holes in what they do, and showed it. It was on full display in that first quarter. But thought we did a good job after that, kind of limiting them. Ultimately, we just couldn't get that lid to come off the basket in the second half. And normally, or as of late, we've shot the ball a whole lot better than we did today. Part of that is who they are and their defense. We had 4 or 5 what would be normal layups or finishes that got erased or altered. But really proud of the group's fight, and wish TCU nothing but the best in this tournament.
Josh.
Brinley and Delaney, just kind of what are your emotions right now and just the immediacy after that game?
I mean, losing sucks. Obviously, we wanted a different result, but I'm just grateful for this group that we have, and we're just optimistic for the future and the games that we have finishing off this season, and
Yeah, it's frustrating. I think looking back, there's a lot of things that we could have controlled a little better, but it's a game of basketball. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and so this is something that we can learn and grow off of.
Obviously, they have great defenders on that team. How much of that post defense and then what they did on the perimeter, how much did that frustrate you guys tonight versus maybe something else that was factored tonight?
Yeah, like I already mentioned, I think we have probably 5 that I can remember that they either altered that we normally make, and they altered, or they completely blocked the shot. Some of them were dump offs on rolls. Some of them were just drive to the basket that we normally. There's not a 6-7 and that length there, and it didn't allow us to kind of get in a rhythm offensively for some of our players as individuals, but also as a team collectively. And we had quite a few empty possessions due to some of their defensive, just their tremendous defensive team. But I thought that we had a couple opportunities in the second half where either out of a timeout or in the half court where we got good looks and we just couldn't get one to go. Their defense, 3 days in a row, whatever it was, for whatever the reason, today wasn't the day. And as of late, that hasn't been the case. We've had great looks and we've capitalized on them. So credit to them. And we got some things we can improve on.
Conversely, on the defensive side, you would have that help defense, and then it seems like you couldn't get the rotate fast enough to get out. How much did that hurt, especially in that first quarter when they were just knocking down those 3 points after 3 points?
It was, if I could go back, I would have started us aggressive to begin with in our ball screen coverage. We were kind of in between being really aggressive and not aggressive at all. And if I could go back, that's one thing I would change. Just be aggressive from the jump, knowing, hey, she's going to make those passes, or they had a post up and it went to a skip pass, and that kind of got them going early. And they had some really good looks early due to our not aggressive enough.
Brinley and Delaney, you guys obviously came into this game being right on that bubble. You knew what you had to do. What would be your message to the committee now that you have to sit there and wait and see what happens?
I just hope that we've done what we can do to show that we're a good team and that we deserve to be in the tournament, and we'll see what happens, but we're hoping for that, and we're just excited and ready to compete.
Yeah, I think the past 5 games before this one kind of shows what we can be and what we can achieve. I think that teams want to be their best in March, and I think that we showed that. TCU's a top 10 team. They're a great team. And we beat them in 2 quarters. We outscored them in 2 quarters. So I think that shows that we can compete. There's obviously, every team can tweak little things that they need to improve on. We're super young, but we can really compete with the top.
just to expand a little bit on Delaney, Coach, I mean, what an opportunity right now to just kind of brag on that resume. And I'll just go ahead and kick it off for you. Coming into today, 54th in the net, 22-11 record, that 5 in a row win streak, and then you lose to the 2-time defending champions. 8 quad 2 wins over the past 5 games coming into today, 34th highest offensive rating in the country and 24th highest true shooting percentage in the country. You guys were humming, you're clicking. Yeah. That's what the committee, says that partially what they look like is how are you guys trending. Just the same question for you. I mean, brag about yourselves a little bit. I certainly think you're a tournament team.
You did a great job. I think that to piggyback on what Delaney said, playing our best basketball at this time of the year. 5 in a row prior to this game, 4 of them against bubble teams or quality opponents. I think we have the most quad 2 wins in the country prior to this game, and a 7-1 record against those teams that are on the bubble. And I think my pitch would be, if you watch us, I believe we're a NCAA tournament team. We play a style of play. We get up and down. That's fun to watch. We do some things defensively to kind of turn teams over, and we shoot the 3. Everybody loves the 3. And we're a young team that really started clicking late, figured out who we are, at the right time, came up against a great team. But at the end of the day, when I watch us play, and there's several in this tournament that are kind of in the same boat, we're every bit what an NCAA tournament team looks like, if you watch us play.
You good? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.